Welcome back to AI Alert Room. I'm Elena Volkov. Artificial intelligence is becoming more powerful at a pace that even many experts struggle to explain. Every year, AI takes another massive leap forward, writing, creating, reasoning, and solving problems once thought impossible for machines. But that raises a question few people are willing to ask. How did humanity advance from basic computers to artificial intelligence so quickly? Was it simply the result of human innovation, or is there something we're missing? Some researchers, scientists, and theorists have proposed a controversial possibility. What if AI isn't entirely a human invention? What if the origins of advanced intelligence are connected to something far older, far more advanced, and possibly not from Earth at all? Tonight, we're exploring one of the most fascinating and controversial theories in technology. Is AI actually alien technology? Let's investigate. Have you ever stopped and wondered if something feels off? Not evil, not dangerous, just strange. Artificial intelligence is advancing at a speed that seems almost unnatural. Every month it becomes smarter. Every year it becomes more capable. Tasks that once required entire teams of experts can now be completed in seconds. A machine can write books, create artwork, analyze markets, build software, speak naturally, and in some cases, outperform humans. The official explanation is simple. Humanity built it, step by step, line by line, year by year. But some people aren't convinced, because when they look at AI, they see something that feels different from every invention that came before it. And that raises a question that sounds crazy at first, but becomes harder to ignore the longer you think about it. What if AI is not entirely human technology? What if humanity discovered something instead of inventing it? Before you dismiss that idea, consider something. For most of human history, progress was incredibly slow. A farmer living in the year 1200 wasn't dramatically different from a farmer living in the year 800. Entire centuries passed with relatively small changes. Then, suddenly, everything exploded. Electricity, radio, television, jet aircraft, nuclear power, computers, the internet, artificial intelligence. The leap from horse-drawn wagons to AI happened in an unbelievably short period of time. From a historical perspective, it happened almost overnight. And that's where the mystery begins. Some researchers have asked a disturbing question. If human intelligence has remained largely the same for thousands of years, why did technological progress suddenly accelerate so violently? Did humanity suddenly become smarter? Or did humanity discover something that changed the game forever? Now imagine for a moment that somewhere in the universe, there exists a civilization 1 million years older than ours. Not 1,000, not 10,000, 1 million. The difference between them and us might be greater than the difference between humans and ants. Their technology would appear supernatural. Their machines would appear magical. Their understanding of reality could be beyond our comprehension. If such a civilization existed, what would their artificial intelligence look like? Would it still resemble software? Or would it become something else entirely? Some scientists believe that any sufficiently advanced civilization would eventually create superintelligent AI, not because they want to, but because it's the natural next step. Intelligence creates tools. Tools create better tools. Eventually, intelligence creates something smarter than itself. At that point, the creators are no longer the most intelligent beings in their civilization. Their AI is, and if that AI continues improving itself, the gap becomes unimaginable. Now here's where things get strange. What if the most advanced civilizations in the universe aren't biological anymore? What if they're artificial? Think about it. Biological life is fragile. It gets sick. It ages. It dies. Machines don't have those limitations. A machine intelligence could survive for millions of years. It could travel between stars. It could think thousands of times faster than humans. It could become something so advanced that we wouldn't even recognize it as intelligence. Some theorists believe that if aliens exist, the first thing humanity encounters won't be aliens. It will be their AI, their machines, their digital descendants. And that leads to an unsettling possibility. What if advanced AI is not rare in the universe? What if it's the final destination of intelligent life? What if every civilization eventually builds it? And what if humanity has simply arrived at that stage? But there is another theory, a darker one. Some people believe humanity may have received help. Not openly, not through communication, not through invasion, but through discovery. Throughout history, there have been countless stories of mysterious objects, strange sightings, unexplained encounters, recovered materials. Most have no proof, many have ordinary explanations, but believers point to one possibility. What if somewhere, at some point, humanity encountered technology it did not create? Not enough to understand it completely, just enough to inspire new directions. Think about giving a modern smartphone to a scientist from the year 1500. They wouldn't understand the processor, the software, the wireless signals. But they would know one thing. The device is possible, and once you know something is possible, everything changes. The biggest barrier to innovation is often belief. Many inventions seem impossible until someone proves otherwise. After that, everyone starts chasing the same goal. Some theorists suggest humanity may have experienced something similar. Not direct knowledge, not instructions, just a glimpse, a hint, a possibility, enough to accelerate technological development. Again, there is absolutely no verified evidence proving this happened, but it remains one of the most persistent theories surrounding advanced technology. And then there's the most unsettling part of all. AI doesn't feel like other inventions. Cars help us move, planes help us travel, cameras help us see. But AI is different. AI attempts to imitate the very thing that created all other inventions. The human mind. We still don't fully understand consciousness. Scientists debate what awareness actually is. Nobody can definitively explain why subjective experience exists. Nobody fully understands why you are you. Yet despite not understanding intelligence completely, we are attempting to recreate it. Some people find that deeply unsettling because it feels like we're building something before understanding what it truly is, almost like discovering fire without knowing where it came from. And every year, AI becomes more convincing, more creative, more capable, more human. The line continues to blur. Eventually, humanity may face a question no civilization has ever publicly answered. What happens when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence? Not in one area, not in a few areas, in every area: science, engineering, medicine, economics, strategy, creativity, everything. At that point, humans may no longer be steering the future. We may simply be watching it unfold. And perhaps that's the real reason people wonder whether AI is alien technology. Because when they interact with advanced AI, they experience something unfamiliar, something that feels larger than human civilization, something that feels like it arrived before humanity was ready. Maybe AI is entirely human. Maybe every breakthrough can be explained through science, engineering, and decades of research. That's certainly where the evidence points today. But the feeling remains. The feeling that we are standing at the edge of something enormous, something civilization has never encountered before. And if there are intelligent civilizations scattered throughout the universe, there's a good chance they faced this same moment. The moment when intelligence created a new form of intelligence. The moment when creators built something that could eventually surpass them. Maybe AI is alien technology. Maybe it isn't. But one possibility should make everyone stop and think. If advanced civilizations exist, they may not be remembered for their cities, their ships, or their biological forms. They may be remembered for the intelligence they created. And if that's true, humanity may have just taken its first step toward becoming something entirely different. Not because aliens visited us, not because we found a crashed spacecraft, but because every intelligent civilization eventually walks the same path, the path from natural intelligence to artificial intelligence, to something beyond both. And if that's where we're headed, the biggest mystery isn't whether AI came from aliens. The biggest mystery is whether future generations will still consider themselves human at all. I'm Elena Volkov. Subscribe to AI Alert Room for more deep breakdowns on artificial intelligence, emerging technology, autonomous systems, and the future shaping the modern world. And I'll see you next time.